A sickening new trend. Teenagers more obsessed with social media than people dying in front of them. There are at least two examples this week. First, an 18-year-old girl live streaming, driving down the highway, crashes, killing her 14-year-old sister, and this was her first reaction: to keep recording.
If I go to jail for life, you already know why. My sister is dying. Look, I love my sister to death. I don't give a fuck. Man, we about to die. This is the last thing I wanted to happen to us, but it just did.
And it gets worse. Just a few weeks ago, a group of teenagers mocked a disabled man as he pleaded for help while drowning in a Florida pond.
Get out the water, you gonna die! Look at that kid is coming towards you, man! Buddy, we not finna help y'all.
And this on the heels of the disturbing case in Chicago where African Americans tortured a white male on Facebook Live, saying F Trump while they cut his head open. What's wrong with these people? Joining me now to discuss is psychologist Darby Fox. Darby, I want to start with the drowning video. These fools, so callous. They never even called police. They just posted this video of this man drowning on YouTube. Didn't throw him a line, didn't call 911. What is that about?
It's very alarming. The man wasn't found for 5 days after. It's as if they were actually watching a video. They were taking it, and the live scene of the man drowning was a video in front of them. There was just absolutely no connection with reality.
Is that like a video game effect that teens have now because they're so engaged with that virtual world?
It is. It stems from the video game world, and then I think it's gone a few steps further in more recent years with things like Instagram Live and posting on Facebook, everything that took it another step where people were creating their own films, and there's no accountability.
Well, there's also no empathy. And there is no accountability because they're not even being charged, because I don't think it's even a crime technically to not save a man's life. But I want to move on to this California situation. So this girl crashes. She crashes because she's careless, because she's videotaping her wild ride, hands off the wheel. And instead of stopping the live stream, she then just continues it and stands over her sister and just says ridiculous things. I don't even understand something like that. Why would she do that?
It's very hard to understand, because most normal human beings of any age, your first reaction would be sort of this shock, fight or flight. Oh my God, how can I help? Let me stop this. And she shows none of that. She's completely no remorse, no sorrow, no empathy. It's 100% detachment.
Do you think people were always this disturbed psychologically, or do you think now that the social media has become so apparent that it's just given it a bigger venue for that depravity to spread?
When you didn't have social media, it was all about interaction on a one-to-one basis. So it has totally escalated and changed because of social media. Although social media is not the problem, we've got to go back to parents and people being responsible for their own actions.
If you're the parents of any of these monsters, you just have to be shaking your head. I don't understand it. I think it's just because there's a lack of human connection now that people just feel no remorse or no, empathy. But Darby, we got to run. Thank you very much. It sure is.